Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, February 24th, 2023. A monster show for a Friday indeed. NBA, NHL, college basketball, MLB spring training starts this weekend. I have my MLS predictions for the season, and then the other soccer stuff, golf, NASCAR, news and notes, and best bet. All right, NBA will be first. We'll go over the results from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Nuggets over the Cavs, 115-109. Celtics over the Pacers, 142-138 in overtime. Magic over the Pistons, 108-106. Sixers over the Grizzlies, 110-105. Raps over the Pelicans, 115-110. Mavs over the Spurs, 142-116. Jazz over the Thunder, 120-119 in overtime. Lakers over the Warriors, 124-111. And the Kings over the Blazers, 133-116. All right, Friday, 7 o'clock, Knicks Wiz. My projections, Wiz by 1, total 226 and 9/10. And we have here, let's see. Wiz. Oh no, Knicks by 2, total 225. I'm going against the Knicks. I'm taking the Wiz plus the 2 and plus 110. This feels like a trap game for the Knicks. Cavs Hawks 7:30. My line is Cavs 1 and a quarter, total 225 and 11/20. And it's Hawks by 1, total 226. I'm going the other way again. Give me the Cavs plus the 1 and minus 102. ESPN Heat Bucks. My line's Bucks 7 3/4, total 221.5. And it's only 1.5 and 217.5. That tells me that Giannis is likely not playing or is unlikely to play, but I'm still going to lay the 1.5 with the Bucks for now because it doesn't say that Giannis isn't playing. 8 o'clock Hornets, Timberwolves Islands, Timberwolves by 5 1/4, total 231 and 9/20. And it's 6 and 241. Give me the under. Nets Bulls. My line is Nets 1 1/4, total 226 and 2/5, and it's Bulls by 2, total 223.5. So this is a hard one. But give me the under. 10 o'clock ESPN Thunder Suns. Finally, a game that should be on ESPN in the 10 o'clock window, and a team that deserves to be in that window in the Thunder. My projections, Suns by 1, total 229 and 1/10, and it is 6.5 and 2. Ooh, give me the Thunder getting the points. It's not like the Rats playing tonight. It's supposed to come back Sunday. Rockets Warriors, my line is Golden State 7 3/4, total 232 and 11/20, and it is 10 and 230.5. That's way too high. Wait, is Curry coming back tonight? Give me the Rockets getting the 10. And Kings Clippers 10:30. My line is Clippers 1 1/4, total 229 and 7/10, and it's 6.5 and 236. Whoo, that's high. With the totals high too. So give me the under here. All right, Saturday, 12 o'clock, Raptors, Pistons, 7 o'clock, Heat, Hornets, Pacers, Magic, 7:30, Pelicans, Knicks, 8 o'clock, Nuggets, Grizzlies, 8:30, ABC, Celtics, Sixers, great game. And 9 o'clock, you have the Spurs and the Jazz. Sunday, 1 o'clock, ABC, Suns, Bucks, maybe the return of Kevin Durant and his debut in a Suns uniform. 3 o'clock, Nets, Hawks, 3:30, Wizards, Bulls, ABC, Lakers, Mavs. 6 o'clock, Raptors, Cavs. 7 o'clock, Kings, Thunder. 7:30, ESPN, Timberwolves, Warriors. 9 o'clock, Rockets, Blazers. And 10 o'clock on ESPN, you have the Clippers and the Nuggets. All right, now move on to the NHL. We'll recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to tonight and the weekend. Wild over the Blue Jackets 2-0. Devils over the Kings 4-3 in overtime. Oilers over the Penguins 7-2. Sabres over the Lightning 6-5 OT. Ducks over the Caps 4-2. Red Wings over the Rangers 4-1. Canucks over the Blues 3-2 OT. Golden Knights over the Flames 4-3 OT, so best bet 1. Bruins over the Kraken 6-5, and Preds over the Sharks 6-2. All right, 6 games tonight, 7 o'clock, you have the Sens and the Canes. The Canes are minus 255. The Sens are plus 205. Over under 6.5. Over is even money. Under is minus 122. Sens plus 1.5 is minus 118. Canes minus 1.5 is minus 104. I'm going Canes puck line. Sabres Panthers. Panthers minus 200. Sabres plus 164. Over under 7. Over is minus 118. Under is minus 104. Sabres plus 1.5 is minus 144. Panthers minus 1.5 is plus 118. I like Buffalo. That's a big number. Plus 164. That's a big number. I think they're going to win. Habs Flyers. Flyers minus 162. Habs plus 134. Over under 6.5. Overs plus 106. Unders minus 130. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 184. Flyers minus 1.5 is plus 152. This is a tough one here, too. I'm going to go tie plus 360, so overtime in this game. Wild Maple Leafs. Leafs minus 210, Wild plus 172, over under 6, overs minus 122, unders even money. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 142, Leafs minus 1.5 is plus 116. For this one, I'm going to go also with the tie at plus 340. I think this is going to be a good game. 7:30 Kings Islanders. Isles minus 118, Kings minus 102, over under 6, overs minus 105, unders minus 118. Kings plus 1.5 is minus 250, Isles minus 1.5 is plus 198. I'm going with the under 6 at minus 118. Last but not least, 8 o'clock, the Avs and the Jets. Avs minus 11, Jets minus 108, over under 6, overs even money, unders minus 122. Avs minus 1.5 is plus 220, Jets plus 1.5 is minus 280. I love the over at even money. All right, Saturday, 12:30, you have Oilers Blue Jackets. 1 o'clock, ABC, Rangers Capitals. A monster game. The Caps need it badly. The Rangers are okay. They're just sliding, but it's a big game. 3:30 ABC. Pens Blues, a must for the Penguins for sure. 7 o'clock, Ducks Canes, Sens Habs, Flyers Devils, Bruins Canucks, Lightning Red Wings at 8. 10 Flames Avs, Blackhawks Sharks, and Stars Golden Knights. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock, Capital Sabres on the NHL Network. 2 o'clock, Blue Jackets Wild. 3:30 Isles Jets. 6 o'clock, NHL Network, Lightning Penguins. We skipped the 5 o'clock game, Kings Rangers. 7 o'clock, Preds Coyotes. And Maple Leafs Kraken. All right, college basketball. We don't have a lot of time, so what I'm going to do is go over notable results from yesterday, look ahead to everything tonight, and then notable games over the weekend. All right, Penn State over Ohio State, 75-71. Memphis over Wichita State, 83-78. Michigan over Rutgers, 58-45. Illinois over number 21 Northwestern, 66-62. USC over Colorado, 84-65. Wazoo over Cali, 65-56. Number 15 St. Mary's over Pacific, 83-52. Santa Clara over Pepperdine, 91-82. Number 40 UCLA over Utah, 78-71. Number 12 Gonzaga over San Diego, 97-72. Wazoo over Stanford, 67-63. San Francisco over Portland, 92-89. All right, tonight's window is bigger than it usually is. 7 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Number 16 Xavier at Seton Hall. I project Xavier 1.7, total 144 and 3/5. And we got 1.5 and 140.5, so very close on the line. I'll take the over. 7 o'clock, ESPNU, Sienna Ryder. My projection here is Ryder by 5, total 136 and 3/5. and it's 2.5 and 134.5. I'll take Rider minus the points. Fairfield, Niagara. My line's Niagara, 0.8, total 129 and 7/20. And we got here 1.5 and 124.5 over. Iona, Mount St. Mary. My line's Iona, 14.8, total 135 and 17/20. And we got 9.5 and 137.5. Ooh, I get under 10 with Iona. Marist, Manhattan. My line's Manhattan, 9.3, total 133 3/4. And it's 3.5 and 103.5. Love Manhattan minus the points. St. Peter's, Canisius. My line's Canisius, 2, total 135. Or St. Peter's by 2. My mistake. And it is Canisius, 4.5, total 131.5. Give me St. Peter's plus the 4.5 and plus 165 to win outright. Richmond, VCU. On ESPN2, my line's VCU 10.8 to 135 and 9/10. I went against Richmond in best bet the other day. That didn't work out. And it is 8.5 and 133.5. I like the over just a little bit more. Marshall, Old Dominion. My line's Marshall, 3.7, total 143 and 7/10. And it's 3.5 and 151.5 under. App State, Georgia Southern. My line's App State, 0.7, total 134 and 1/10. And we got Georgia Southern, 1.5, total 131.5. I'll take the over. Bellarmine, North Florida. My line's North Florida, 4.3, total 143 and 1/4. And it's 4.5 and 139.5 over. Lipscomb, Stetson. My line's Stetson, 0.3, total 146 and 11/20. And it's 2.5 and 147.5. I'll take Lipscomb plus the points. Jacksonville State, North Alabama. My line's North Alabama, 1.3, total 143 and 1/5. 2.5 and 140.5. Over. Arkansas State, Yale Monroe at 7:30. My line is Yale Monroe by 3, total 133 and 7/20 or 17/20. And it's 4.5 and 103.5. I'll take the over. Coastal Carolina, Troy. My line is Troy, 7.7, total 141 and 4/5. And it's 9.5 and 143.5. I'm gonna lay the. It's just about the same. So it's like 1.8, 1.7. So a slight lean to Troy. Next, Southern Miss and Texas State at 8 o'clock. My line's a pick'em and 135.5. And it's Southern 2.5, total 136.5. Give me Texas State plus the 2.5 and plus 116. Georgia State, James Madison. Mine's JMU 14, total 141 and 1/10. And it's 14.5 and 141.5. Ooh, that's about as close as you're going to get to a projection here. So the slightest of leans to Georgia State. Kennesaw State and Central Arkansas. My line's Kennesaw 12.3, total 150 and 2/5. And it's 9.5 and 154.5. Under. Wyoming, Colorado State, 9 o'clock, Fox Sports 1. My line's Colorado State, 3.7, total 141 and 3/20. And we got 7.5 and 139.5. Giving Wyoming plus the points. Seattle, Grand Canyon. Mine's Grand Canyon by 7, total 139 and 11/20. And it's 5.5 and 140.5. Slight lean Grand Canyon. South Alabama, Louisiana on ESPN2. My line is Louisiana 10.3, total 142 and 3/20. And it's 4.5 and 143.5. I'm laying the points at Louisiana. Air Force, UNLV, 9:30 Fox or CBS Sports Network. My line's UNLV 9.2 to 139 and 1/20, and it's 9.5 and 139.5. Very close yet again. Slight lean to the under. Last but not least, 11 o'clock Fox Sports 1, Nevada, Fresno. My line's Nevada 6.8 to 132 and 13/20, and it's 2.5 and 129.5. I'm going to go with Nevada minus the points. Notable Saturday games. 12 o'clock CBS, number 18 UConn at St. John's from the Garden. On Fox, number 19 Creighton at Villanova on Fox. ESPNU, Oklahoma at 23 Iowa State. ESPN2, number 24 TCU at Texas Tech. Clemson, NC State. ESPN, Michigan State, Iowa. CBS Sports Network, Stony Brook, Charleston. 1 o'clock SEC Network, Missouri, Georgia. 2 o'clock ESPN2, Arkansas, number 2 Alabama. CBS, Arizona State at number 7 Arizona. ESPN, number 8 Texas at number 9 Baylor. ESPNU, number 14 Kansas State at Oklahoma State. Louisville, Georgia Tech. CBS Sports Network, Furman, Sanford. 2:30 USA Network, Rhode Island, Fordham. 3:30 SEC Network, number 25 Texas A&M at Mississippi State. Big Ten Network, Minnesota, Nebraska. ESPN, 4 o'clock West Virginia at number 3 Kansas. ESPN2, Florida State at number 13 Miami. CBS, Auburn, Kentucky. That's a big one. 5 o'clock Pac-12 Network, Wazoo, Cal. ACC Network, Syracuse, Pitt. ESPN, number 6 Virginia at North Carolina. SEC Network, South Carolina, number 11 Tennessee. ESPN2, Florida, Vandy. CBS Sports Network, Loyola, Chicago, St. Louis. LaSalle, George Washington. ESPNU, George Mason, Dayton. 7 o'clock SMU, South Florida. ACC Network, Notre Dame, Wake. 7:30 on Fox, number 17 Indiana, number 5 Purdue. Fox Sports 1, DePaul at number 10 Marquette. 8 o'clock ESPN2, number 1 Houston at East Carolina. ESPNU, USC, Utah. ESPN, Virginia Tech, Duke. CBS Sports Network, UAB, Western Kentucky. 8:30 SEC Network, LSU, Ole Miss. 10 o'clock ESPN, a big one, probably game of the weekend. Number 15 St. Mary's at number 12 Gonzaga. CBS Sports Network, number 22 San Diego State, New Mexico. Pac-12 Network, Oregon, Oregon State, Santa Clara, San Diego. ESPNU, San Fran, BYU. And on ESPN2, UC Irvine, Hawaii, and 10:30 Loyola Marymount, Pepperdine. Sunday notable, 12 o'clock, Big 10 Network, number 21 Northwestern at Maryland. CBS, Illinois, Ohio State. USA Network, St. Joe, St. Bonaventure. 12:30 on Fox, number 20 Providence at Georgetown. CBS Sports Network, Belmont, Northern Iowa. 2 o'clock ESPN2, Cincinnati, Memphis. CBS, Wisconsin, Michigan. USA Network, Davidson, Duquesne. 3 o'clock ESPNU, Wichita, Tulane. 4 o'clock CBS, number 4 UCLA at Colorado. 5 o'clock ESPNU, UCF, Tulsa. I skipped the ESPN2 at 4, Drake, Bradley. Fox Sports 1, 6 o'clock Washington, Stanford. 6:30 Big Ten Network, Rutgers, Penn State. And 7 o'clock on ESPNU on Sunday, Cal Baptist, Stephen F. Austin. All right, Major League Baseball spring training starts this weekend. We have 2 games today. We're not going to do betting picks for this because of time, and I don't think they have them up. 2 games at 3 o'clock, Rangers, Royals, and Mariners, Padres. Saturday, 1 o'clock, Yankees, Phillies, Red Sox, Braves, Twins, Orioles, Mets, Astros, Red Sox, Twins, Blue Jays, Pirates, Nats, Cards, Phillies, Tigers. 3 o'clock, D-backs, A's, Guardians, Reds, Royals, Rangers, Padres, White Sox, Giants, Cubs, Angels, Mariners, Rockies, D-backs, Dodgers, Brewers, and 6 o'clock, Marlins, Mets. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Braves, Yankees, Blue Jays, so a split squad for the Yankees. Astros, Nats, Rays, Red Sox, Orioles, Tigers, Twins, Phils, Cards, Marlins, Nats, Mets. 3 o'clock, Cubs, Dodgers, Reds, Giants, Mariners, Royals, Rangers, Guardians, White Sox, Angels, Brewers, Rockies, A's, Brewers. So Brewers have a split squad too. And the D-backs and the Padres. All right, now I'm going to do Major League Soccer predictions for the season. I'm just going to do a quick run through of my predicted standings, awards, and then playoffs. So in the East, my 1 seed, I have the Philadelphia Union. The 2 seed, I have NYCFC. The 3 seed, I have Orlando FC. The 4 seed, I have Cincinnati. The 5 seed, I have the New York Red Bulls. The 6 seed, I have Nashville FC. 7 seed, I have the New England Revolution. I think they'll have a bounce back year. 8, Toronto. 9, Atlanta. 10, CF Montreal. 11, Chicago. 12, Columbus. 13, Charlotte. 14, Miami. And 15, DC United. And the West, I have, in first, I have LAFC. In second, the LA Galaxy. Third, Austin. Fourth, Seattle Sounders. Fifth, Dallas. Sixth, Sporting KC. Seventh, Portland. And then the rest, 8th, San Jose. 9th, Salt Lake. 10th, Minnesota. 11th, Vancouver. 12th, Colorado. 13, Houston. And 14, St. Louis. Alrighty. So, we have the playoffs. Top 7 in each conference makes it. Philly and LAFC have projected bye. So NYCFC, New England, I'd say NYCFC wins that 3-6. Orlando, Nashville, that's a good one. I think let's go for an upset. Nashville over Orlando. And it's Cincinnati and the Red Bulls. I think the Red Bulls can pull this one out on the road. So let's go Red Bulls over Cincinnati. In the West, you have the Galaxy and Portland. Galaxy will win that. Austin, Sporting KC. A lot of people are high on Sporting KC this year. I'm not one of them. Give me Austin. And Seattle, Dallas. I'm going to go with Seattle. So the West, I have chalk. And in the East, I have a couple of upsets. All right, and then the next round would be the Union and Nashville and the Battle of New York. Red Bulls, NYCFC. That's great. All right, I'll go with the Union over Nashville, and then I'll go NYCFC over the Red Bulls. And then in the West, it would be the Galaxy in Austin and LAFC Seattle. We'll go with LAFC over Seattle and the Galaxy over Austin. All right, the conference finals. Philly, NYCFC, and then the Galaxy and LAFC. NYCFC is a good team. They're really good. I think they can pick off the Union. They almost beat the Union in the conference finals last year. They did it the year before. I could see them doing it again this year. So I'm going to go with NYCFC over the Union. And that'll be a day game in Philly because that was a night game in Philly last year. And I think Philadelphia is a tougher place to play at night than it is during the day. So I'm going to go NYCFC over Philly. And LA Galaxy, that was the conference finals last year too. Or I'm sorry, that was the semifinals. And the Galaxy probably should have won that game. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that was a night game too. In the second round last year. I think LA Galaxy can beat them in LA. It's a rivalry game. I'm going to go with the Galaxy over NYCFC. Or I'm sorry, the Galaxy over LAFC. And in the MLS Cup, this would be a great game. You have the Galaxy and Dejan Dolovic and NYCFC. They have a lot of great talent. On their team, Talius Mango, Gabriel Pereira, Diego Andre, Matt Freese. They're loaded. I think they're going to win their second MLS Cup in a 2-year span. So give me NYCFC over the LA Galaxy for the MLS Cup. All right, and then the Supporters Shield, which is the equivalent to the President's Trophy in the NHL. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Union. I think they're going to be the best regular season team. I think they can absolutely win it, too. I think a lot of teams can win the Cup, but I just wanted to pick something different. And I feel like everybody's picking the Union or LAFC, so I just wanted to go somewhere different. And I made the case NYCFC could beat the Union and LA Galaxy can absolutely beat their state rival and city rival in LAFC. So, I think the Union are going to win the Supporters' Shield. They're a good team. They have a good coach in Jim Curtin. Andre Blake's a really good goalie. So I think that they could win that easily, perhaps. MLS MVP, I'm going to go with Nico Ladero, the Seattle Sounders. The Golden Boot, Dejan Jolovic of the LA Galaxy. He's a really good goal scorer. And I think that he could get into the high 20s or low 30s. Goalie of the year, I'm going to go with Andre Blake again of the Union. I just think he's the best goalie in soccer. Defender of the year, I'm going to go with the repeat here, too, of Jacob Glensness of the Philadelphia Union. He's the best defensive player in the MLS. Coach of the year, I'm going to go with Brian Schmetzer of the Seattle Sounders. This is based on the fact that I think the Sounders are going to bounce back this year. Young player of the year, I'm going to go with Alan Velasco of Dallas. And then the newcomer of the year, I'm going to go with Evander of Portland. All right, so there you have it, my 2023 MLS predictions. And now we are going to look at the MLS slate for the weekend. It's a good slate. Looking forward to it. So 4:30, Nashville and NYCFC. I'm going to do betting picks for this because it's opening weekend. Of soccer. Trying to pull up the odds here for MLS. So Nashville, NYCFC. So Nashville's minus 105 at home. NYCFC's plus 260, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw plus 230. That's a really good game. 7:30, Atlanta, San Jose. Atlanta's minus 200. San Jose's plus 450, draw plus 320. Atlanta should win. But for my game pick, I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 144. Charlotte, New England. Charlotte's a home favorite at even money. New England's plus 210, draw plus 260. I'm going to go with New England on the road at plus 210. I think they're better than Charlotte. DC United, Toronto FC. DC's plus 125, Toronto's plus 175, and the draw's plus 250. I'm going to go with Toronto on the road, plus 175. Cincinnati, Houston. Cincy's minus 175, Houston's plus 370, draw plus 310. Cincy should win this game going away too. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at plus 154. Miami and Montreal. Miami's plus 140, Montreal plus 160, draw plus 230. I'm going to go with the draw. Orlando and the Red Bulls. That's a really good game. Orlando plus 125, Red Bulls plus 195, draw plus 220. I'm going to go with Orlando plus 125. The Union are hosting Columbus. They're minus 155 home favorite. Columbus is plus 360, draw plus 270. I'm going to go, this is a tough one. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals, minus 110. Philly should win that game going away. 8:30, Austin and St. Louis, the debut of St. Louis. This should be a lot of fun. See how the St. Louis team does this year. Austin's minus 170. St. Louis is plus 420. Draw plus 280. I'm going to go under 2.5 goals at plus 106. Next, Dallas, Minnesota. Dallas minus 135, Minnesota plus 330, draw plus 260. I'm going to go over 2.5 goals at minus 118. The Galaxy and LAFC, that's a great opener. If I had to guess, I think that's probably the game that's going to be on Fox Sports 1. The Galaxy's plus 180 at home. LAFC's plus 120, draw plus 260. I'm going to go with the Galaxy plus 180. I'm surprised that they're an underdog in their home opener. And then 10:30, Vancouver and Salt Lake. Vancouver plus 125, Salt Lake plus 190, draw plus 230. These two teams both stink. I'm going with the draw plus 230. And then Sunday at 8 o'clock, Seattle, Colorado. Seattle minus 130, Colorado 3-1, draw plus 270. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 116. Alrighty, more soccer. English Premier League today, 3 o'clock, Fulham, Wolves. Fulham plus 150, Wolves plus 195, draw plus 210. I'm going to go with Fulham at plus 150. All right, Saturday, 10 o'clock, Everton, Aston Villa, Leeds, Southampton, Leicester, Arsenal, West Ham, Nottingham Forest, 12:30, Bournemouth, Man City, 2:45, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Newcastle, Brighton, postponed. And then Sunday, 8:30, Tottenham, Chelsea. Spanish La Liga, 3 o'clock, Elche and Betis. Elche plus 270, Betis plus 105, draw plus 230. And go with Betis at plus 105. Saturday, 8 o'clock, Espanyol, Mallorca, Cadiz, Rayo at 10:15, 12:30, Real Madrid, Atletico, 3 o'clock, Valencia, Real Sociedad. Then Sunday, 8 o'clock, Athletic and Girona, 10:15, Celta Vigo and Valladolid, 12:30, Almeria and Barcelona, and 3 o'clock, Sevilla and Osasuna. German Bundesliga today, 2:30, Mainz and Gladbach. Mainz plus 110, Gladbach plus 220, draw plus 260. I'm going to go with Mainz at plus 110. Saturday, 9:30, Cologne and Wolfsburg, Hertha, Augsburg, RB Leipzig, Frankfurt, Hoffenheim, Dortmund, Bremen, Bochum, and at 12:30 of Schalke and Stuttgart. Sunday, 9:30, Freiburg and Leverkusen, and 11:30, Bayern and Union Berlin. French League 1 today, 3 o'clock, Lille and Brest. Lille's minus 300, Brest 7-1, draw 390. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 130. Saturday, 11 o'clock, Angers and Lyon, at 3 o'clock, Montpellier and Lens. And then Sunday, 7 o'clock, Lorient and Auxerre, 9 o'clock, AC, Ajaccio, Troyes, Clermont-Foot and Strasbourg, Nantes, Rennes, Reims, Toulouse, 11 o'clock, Monaco and Nice, and 2:45, Marseille and PSG. Mexican Liga results from yesterday, Toluca over Santos 5-0. And then today, 8 o'clock, Necaxa and Querétaro. Necaxa plus 140, Querétaro plus 195, draw plus 210. Go with the draw plus 210. And then 10 o'clock, you have Mazatlan and UNAM. Mazatlan 2-1, Pumas plus 115, draw plus 210. I think UNAM's due plus 115. All right, Saturday, Cruz Azul and Juarez at 8. Tigres and Guadalajara, and 10 o'clock, Atlas and America. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock, Toluca and Athletic San Luis, 8 o'clock, Santos and Puebla, and 10 o'clock, Tijuana and Pachuca. And then the Dutch Everdice, 2 o'clock, you have Sparta and FC Utrecht. Sparta plus 165, Utrecht plus 150, draw plus 210. I'm going to go with the draw at plus 210. All right, Saturday, 10:30, FC Groningen and Excelsior, 12:45. Heerenveen and RKC. 2 o'clock, AZ Alkmaar and Cambuur. And 3 o'clock, NEC and FC Volendam. And then Sunday, 6:15, Fortuna and Feyenoord. 8:30, Emmen and Go Ahead Eagles. Vitesse and Ajax. And 10:45, PSV and FC Twente. All right, anything else that we have to go over? We did Mexican Liga. English FA Cup back next week. Oh, we just have to go over knockout round results for the Europa League. So, Leverkusen over Monaco 3-2, and Leverkusen advances 5-3 on penalties. Sporting over Midtjylland 4-0. And Sporting CP advances on 5-1 on aggregate. PSV over Sevilla 2-0, but Sevilla advances 3-2 on aggregate. Juventus over Nantes 3-0, and Juventus advances 4-1 on aggregate. AS Roma over FC Salzburg 2-0. AS Roma advances 2-1 on aggregate. Shakhtar advances 5-4 on penalties, but Rennes defeats them 2-1. Union Berlin over Ajax 3-1. Union Berlin advances 3-1 on aggregate. And Man United over Barcelona 2-1. Man United advances 4-3 on aggregate. And then there was another one too. For UEFA. Couldn't find it. Oh well. We don't have a lot of time. All right, golf. We will go over the current leaderboard for the Honda Classic. Your leader right now at 6 under is Cam Young, tied for second with 5 under. Joseph Ramlett, Brett Orchel, Chris Kirk, Eric Cole, Persison Cootie, and Ryan Gerard. Oh, no, Cootie dropped to the 4 under just now. Matt Wallace, Ben Martin, Zach Johnson tied for 7th with them. Tied for 11th at 3 under. Sunjay M, Cam Piercy, Justin Sue, Harry Hall, Adam Shank, Tyler Duncan, Ben Taylor, and Adrian Murdoch. Tied for 19th with 2 under. I'm just going to go through notables at this point because of time. Will Gordon, Shane Lowry, Jason Duffner, Matt Trainer, Robert Brem, Taylor Pendrith, Adam Svensson. Tied for 33rd with 1 under. Bryce Garnett, Ben Griffin, Seb Straka, Jonathan Vegas, Chasen Hadley, Michael Giljic, Andrew Novak, J.B. Holmes, Christian Ziedenhout, Kyle Kraft. Tied for 51st at even. Reiner Moore, Grayson Chalmers, Alex Baddeley. Tied for 67th with 1 over. Rory Sabatini, Dylan Fratelli, Davis Riley, Joaquin Herman, Webb Simpson, Kramer Hickok, Charlie Hoffman, Ben Crane, Peter Malnati. Tied for 88th with 2 over. Henrik Norlander, Ryan Palmer, Harry Hayes, Lank Libiota, Lucas Donald, Danny Willett, Ryan Moore, Aaron Ray, Scott Stevens. Tied for 106 with 3 over. Grayson Sieg, JT Potson, Robbie Shelton, Doc Redmond, Cam Davis, MJ Dauphe. Tied for 19th with 4 over, Sean O'Hare, Andrew Landry, Robert Streb, Matthias Schwab. Tied for 129th with 5 over, Grayson Higo, Sodi Kodiara, Dylan McCarthy, Harry English. Tied for 133rd with 6 over, Callum Tarrant, Russell Knox, Richie Rensky. 138th with 7 over, Matt Kuchar. 139th with 9 over, Evan Van Rooyen. 140th with 10 over, Camilo Vegas. Tied for 141st with 11 over, Scott Brown. And then withdrawing, Thomas Dietrich and Ben Grant. My pick was Cam Davis, I think. He's 3 over. So he's pretty far back of the lead. All right, NASCAR. We're going to do picks for the weekend's races at Auto Club Speedway down in California. In Fontana. So Xfinity's tomorrow, 5 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Should be a fun race. As I mention all the time, I do NASCAR odds on DraftKings rather than FanDuel because I think DraftKings has a better thing with their odds. So my pick to win the Production Alliance Group 300. This is a driver that has had success at this track in the past. He came in 6th place last week in Daytona. I'm going to go with Riley Herbst at 30-1. It's a longer shot, but I'm going to take that shot with Riley Herbst at 30-1. And then the Cup Series, the Auto Club 400, 3:30 on Fox on Sunday. It's going to be a really good race. I was stuck between 2 drivers. They both raced well last week at Daytona in the 500. They have similar odds, but my gut in my bones is telling me Joey Logano is going to win this race on Sunday. So I'm going to go Joey Logano at 12-1 to win the Auto Club 400, Pala Casino 400 at Auto Club Speedway. So I laid a whole unit on Logano. That's how good I feel about Logano. And I laid a quarter of a unit on Riley Herbst on DraftKings. All right, news and notes as we head into what should be a super fun weekend ahead. Not a lot, though. Let's start with football. The Broncos hired Davis Webb, the former Giants backup, is heading to Denver to become a quarterback coach. So, young Davis Webb will be coaching somebody that's older than him. Speaking of Russell Wilson, he wanted Pete Carroll fired as he asked ownership to fire Pete Carroll and John Schneider after the 2021 season. That's according to The Athletic. That's not surprising. And there's a reason he wanted out of Seattle. This is crazy. All options are on the table for Lamar Jackson. And somebody says, if there's no compromise, the possibility of the Ravens trading Lamar Jackson has never been more likely. Whew. We'll see how that goes. My guess is that they're going to franchise tag him. But who's going to be that desperate team? The Panthers? The Jets? And one of those teams, if the Giants feel that Daniel Jones is not worth the money. Like, can you see those two teams saying, talking themselves into Daniel Jones had a really good year despite terrible weapons. We have better weapons than the Giants do. They're going to talk themselves into Daniel Jones, too. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Broncos bringing back Vance Joseph, except he'll be the defensive coordinator for Sean Payton. So Rex Ryan back to ESPN, it looks like, after he was rumored to be a candidate for that job. The Chargers fired head trainer Damon Mitchell, has been with the franchise for 24 years, including last 6 as the head trainer. This is an odd timing for a firing. Obviously, they had that Tyrod Taylor situation in Justin Herbert's rookie year. There's been some other issues. A ton of injuries over the past year, so it's not, like, stunning that they made this move. Rams released Bobby Wagner as they mutually agreed to part ways. So we'll see who lands him. I could see the Chiefs definitely going after him, or the Bills, or the Bengals. All the contenders are going to be after him. I could see the Giants going after him if they keep their current team together. The Eagles, obviously, Dallas. All the teams that were playoff teams last year, I could see going after Bobby Wagner. The Jets, obviously, I could see too. All right, big hockey trade last night. The Boston Bruins acquire Garnet Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov from the Capitals for Craig Smith and 3 draft picks, 2023 first, 2024 second, 2024 third, and 2025 second. That's a nice haul for Washington to get back for 2 really decent players. And I think Washington can flip Craig Smith again if they choose to be a seller. But this is a surprising trade that kind of came together in a short period of time. Good ads for the Bruins as they had more depth, as they saw the Rangers go out and make moves, and they're hearing that the Rangers could get Patrick Kane too, and then they saw the Maple Leafs get Ryan O'Reilly, and then maybe the Canes make a move. So there's some pressure on the Bruins to make a move because you're not cakewalking to the Stanley Cup Final in the Eastern Conference. You're just not. And the Rangers scratched Vitaly Kravtsov and Jake Leschyshyn last night due to roster management reasons. So it looks like they might be in some sort of trade. Patrick Kane, maybe? I know Jeff Manglichetti said he didn't want him when I had him on the Super Bowl Saturday, but I think that if they were to get Kane, like, that would just be something. That would be like a super team that the Rangers would set up. And they might not have to give up a lot. Although, I feel like Boston gave up a lot in that trade they made yesterday. But we'll see. Bryce Harper to return in early March as he recovers from the elbow surgery. So that's good news for the Phils. And James Harden did something awesome as he spoke to the Michigan State shooting survivor and sent stickers and donated to his GoFundMe to help with medical bills. That's awesome. You want to see athletes do that more often. Alrighty, last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There was one that I liked. It was in the NBA. There's a team that's a big underdog and could very well have the best player on the court tonight in the game because Kevin Durant's not playing, and I just gave away best bet. It is indeed the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're getting 6.5 points in Phoenix against the Suns. So I'm going to go lay a half unit. I feel pretty good about this on the Thunder in a bounce back spot. Plus 6.5 in Phoenix against the Suns, as the Suns are looking ahead to the Milwaukee game and the return of Kevin Durant. So that's it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything. And I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, everyone.